I'm going to address a couple of things that I have been going through on Twitter in the past few weeks. But today there's something that happened that I want to be sharing, and I want every girl and their parents to watch this. Share this with every girl because this is important. First things first, a few weeks ago, in the context of something, my husband happened to make a comment about a Mangal Sutra. Now, that is not the point of this video. Today, ever since actually, I have been abused. My children have been given death threats. I have filed a police complaint with Charan Reddy, Lohit Reddy, and a few others who were on that Twitter spaces who said women, the kind of women that they don't like, పర్టికులర్లీ వాళ్ళకి నచ్చని ఆడవాళ్ళకి పిల్లలు పుడితే వెంటనే చచ్చిపోవాలి. సో ద కైండ్ ఆఫ్ విమెన్ దట్ దే డోంట్ లైక్ షుడెంట్ ఎవర్ హ్యావ్ చిల్డ్రన్, అండ్ ఇఫ్ దోస్ విమెన్ బై ఛాన్స్ హ్యావ్ చిల్డ్రన్, దోస్ చిల్డ్రన్ must die immediately. So there were men who were applauding this, laughing at this and clapping at this, and nobody condemned this. And suddenly once I found out about it, then there was a very slipshod, sorry, random fake apology that happened. But some of the most toxic behaviors that I've seen on social media for several years has definitely been these fan wars. Now I have cut my teeth on social media where a lot of people have abused me. A lot of them have been politically motivated. They have been paid for by political groups. There are IT cells that do that. Whether it is right-wing extremists or people here who got really angry that I named their favorite molester. All of that aside, there was this one particular tweet today which I also tagged the police, which shared a morphed photograph of me in the nude, and I'm sharing it here. And I'm sharing this here so that you can see that this sort of thing happens, and men do this on social media to constantly harass and abuse women and to push us out of public spaces by making the space unsafe. So how can we navigate this? So if you see something like this, it's usually coming from somebody who doesn't like you. It could be a woman also, but more often than not, it is a man who wants to take revenge on somebody by sharing these photographs. There are also so many women who have written to me saying that loan apps continue to do this. I would only urge women to not be scared of anybody morphing these photographs and videos, because with AI, a lot of these psychopaths and sociopaths who have been raised like this, which is why a lot of these men are lonely. They will never have proper friendships with most people because they don't know what to do, and they channelize all of this anger into hate for a gender, and that hate for a gender actually makes life unsafe for so many of us, right from acid attacks to rape threats to so many other things. Now, especially with deep fakes and AI, these men are going to be misusing this a lot more in the future. So the only way for women to manage this is to get rid of the shame. So the actual hate that has been fueled by some of these Twitter pages and meme pages on social media just because they don't like an opinion has led to another page, which is a porn site, to morph my photograph and send it to me. And as I said earlier, I tagged the police in this. So a lot of them is motivated, a lot of them are paid to do this, but I am not the kind of woman who's shamed by this. Ante meeku పెళ్ళైపోయింది, మీకు రాహుల్ లాంటి మొగుడు దొరికాడు, మా అమ్మాయికి రాహుల్ లాంటి అబ్బాయి దొరుకుతాడా? దొరకకపోతే పెళ్లి చేయకండి. Don't get your daughter married to any dipshit that you find on the road just because they are asking for a certain amount of dowry, or if he is employed in Australia or US or London. I mean, look at it. Imagine your daughter married a man like Charan Reddy and Lohit Reddy, who is saying children born to women they don't like should die immediately. Itvanti abbayiki mee ammayini pelli chesi ivvala avasarama? What can you do if you find a morphed video or an image or a deep fake AI image of yours which shows you naked? First, don't be afraid. Second, it's not your shame. 3, tell your family, nothing to be afraid of. 4th, if you feel that your family is going to be stopping your education or your career because of reporting this, it is a very real fear that women have, because a little bit of financial freedom that we have will be taken away by our families. Many of them can be abusive themselves. So you can report it to the authorities and find somebody who's trustworthy to report this. only thing, this is going to be very, very common in the future. Men have always used technology, power, money to defame women that they don't like. Earlier they used to call them witches, used to call them black magicians, then they would call them prostitutes, and if they wanted a woman and they didn't get her, then they would make rumors about her so that her life will be miserable. This has always been the way of the society. We need to get out. This particular mock photo of mine was shared on Twitter. I tagged Sajanar Garu, and that person immediately deleted it. Now, I don't care. My husband doesn't care. My family doesn't care. And every family should be like this. That's exactly. My family and the develop kaledu ani మీరు చెప్తే develop అయిపోండి. Because in the future, more men are going to be using AI and deepfakes. Even with a girl who gets first mark in class, there will be somebody who's going to be upset. I'm not just going to say boy. It could even be a girl who's going to be using this to shame a girl into taking the drastic step. So you need to be, as a family, taking care of the children in your family. They are going to be using children's images in child pornographic rings. It's very, very, very common. AI is used to create child porn. There are men who watch and consume and buy this content, and they could be in your own families. Open your eyes, be aware of this, and safeguard our children and our society.